Oh, it's working. Monday night ramen. I'm going to be as quick as possible with this because it's currently 42 degrees in my kitchen. In a pan of water, I've got my ramen noodles are cooking. The Itsu ramen noodles, they take 5 minutes. I will then drain those and put them in the bottom of bowls ready. Adding to the bowls, I have some little bits of stuffing left over from yesterday. So I have rolled those into tight balls. Other ingredients you're going to need is chicken stock. I've got lovely stock that was made with the leftover chicken. To that, I will be adding ginger, garlic, spring onions, sliced mushrooms. I've got some shredded chicken going in. I am going to use up some of yesterday's leftover gravy. In this bowl, I've got 1 tablespoon of white miso, and I have let it down a bit with a tablespoon of stock. So it's not lumpy. The only reason I'm doing that is I found that when I've done it in the past and I put the miso in, it tends to stay lumpy. I've also got some leftover bacon beans from the roast. You can put whatever you want in your ramen. This is a very loosely based ramen. It's basically a broth with noodles and bits. Also, I've got eggs that I have boiled for 7 minutes. They should be soft boiled in the middle. There you go. You can see how gorgeously perfect they are. Let's get going. I'm actually going to use some of the chicken fat that I drained off the chickens that I roasted yesterday, schmaltz. I've shown you how to make it. I've shown you how to store it. Otherwise, use vegetable oil. Just melt that a little bit. I'm doing it in a big pan because it's going to be enough to take all the stock and everything. I'm going to put in the spring onions, the ginger, and my favorite thing, if you're new, and I know I've picked up a lot of new followers, this is a truffle shaver. And I would urge you to go back and watch my films about garlic science, but this is what I use to thinly slice garlic. So I thought I'd pressed record, but I hadn't because I'm completely overheated. To the pan after I added the garlic and everything, I then added the miso that was mixed with some chicken stock. I've put the mushrooms in. I've added my chicken stock, enough for 2 people. I added 2 tablespoons of leftover gravy because I had it, and I have brought it to a simmer and I've just let it cook for 5 minutes. I apologize for this. There is the full recipe, which is slightly different to this because it's obviously different every time I make it, on my website. I've got some runner beans from yesterday. They're going to go in and warm through, and the leftover sliced chicken. Can you see how hot I am? Into the bowl in which you put the noodles, spoon in the ramen broth and bit, top with half an egg. If I had coriander, I would probably put some coriander on there. I'm just putting the green top bits from spring onion, little dash of sesame oil, little sprinkle of tiny few drops of lime juice, little sprinkle on the egg of sesame seeds. Now, the way to eat ramen is you can either eat it with a fork or with chopsticks. And I don't know if I've imagined it or if I've just convinced myself it's okay. When you get to the broth, you drink it from the bowl. Taste yours. If you want yours saltier, I think it's unlikely because of the miso. By all means, add some soy sauce. And here we are, 45 degrees in my kitchen. Monday night ramen. That's the grumpiest cook I've ever done. I really lost my shit when I was doing it. Just to say, I think the ramen does need a little bit of soy sauce to finish it off.